Today we're taking a look at VeChain's VET coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see the price of VeChain go in the near future. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. We're looking at VeChain today. This is a crypto we haven't really covered on the channel before, but it is one that I have started to take a bit of an interest in, so I thought it is a great time to have a look at the technical analysis side of things now on the chart and make some predictions on where we can expect to see VeChain's price go in the next few days, weeks and months. But before we get into all that good stuff, guys, please remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of content. I'd also love to know your thoughts down in the comments section below on VeChain and where you expect to see VET coin go in the near future. But without any further ado, let's get straight into today's analysis. Welcome into the VeChain chart, guys. If you're looking to buy VeChain's VET coin or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. But let's have a look at the overall state of this crypto, and as you can see, it has performed in a relatively similar manner to many of the others. Peaked back in April of 2021 and of course dropped after Bitcoin dropped as well. What hasn't occurred though is a rise. We have seen a bit of a recovery in the value, and to be honest, it looks like a channel is almost starting to form itself, but we haven't seen massive increases or brand new all-time highs. So does that mean that VeChain could potentially be on the move in the near future? Well, let's take a look. So let's put in place a few key parameters. First and foremost, let's put in our key places of support and resistance. Right now, I really think we're hovering on an important level of support at the $12 mark, and this really needs to hold up. You can see just how much of the price action has occurred at this point right now and in the past. So 12 cents right there, shuck that one in, smack bang on. I might have said $12 before, sorry guys, I mean 12 cents. And as you can see, we're sitting there. That's sort of our key point of support. Underneath that, I'd suggest the next support level is, as we just move down slightly, there is a bit of a support level here at 9.6 cents as well. So that's probably the next level if it dropped. Resistance wise, where are we looking? Well, let's just start taking it up a notch a bit. And as you can see, from a resistance point of view, I think this 14.5 to 15 cent mark is really going to be a key point for us. I'm going to move it down slightly to 14.5 right there. You can see this has been bounced off on many occasions in the past. So that is ultimately going to be a key level of resistance for us. From a trend perspective, honestly, there's not enough to really go off. I mean, you could sort of potentially say there's a trend forming here, but we'd need to bounce off that line. You need the 3 points of connection. From an uptrending perspective, you could actually probably suggest that there is a bit of a line there. So if you bring in a parallel, you can make your own assumptions on that basis that, hey, maybe potentially we do have a bit of a channel that has formed in this perspective here. So bearing that in mind, let's just leave that there just for reference moving forward. So what is going to happen? Well, I think my target right now is I want to see a bounce off this 12 cent mark here very clearly and move up along this line to confirm that this is actually the bottom end of a channel back towards this 14.5 cent mark. Of course, let's bring in our key moving averages and some more indicators in order to help us today. So first and foremost, 20-day moving average, followed by the medium term 50-day moving average. Make that one red so it stands out. And of course, it's always good to see our longer term 200-day moving average as well. This is a great coin to see, given the fact that you are able to use every single one of these moving averages in the current state of price action. So right now where we're sitting is the 200 days at 11.4 cents, the 50 days at 13.5 cents, and the 20 days at 14.6 cents. So all relatively close. One really good thing that has occurred in the past few weeks is that we have seen a golden cross of the 20-day and the 50-day both cross above the 200-day moving average. That's really good right now. But one thing to keep in mind now is that this 20-day moving average is now heading sharply back towards this 50-day moving average. If that does occur, that does not bode well for this coin, and it could see us move back down to this support point at 9.5 cents. So just bear that in mind with us now. Obviously as well, this 50-day moving average is going to be acting as an initial point of resistance before we can test once again this 14.5 cent mark. So just bear that in mind, guys. From a volume point of view, you can see as well that the buying's actually been pretty light considering everything that's been going on from a fundamental perspective, all the agreements they've been signing and that sort of thing. They really had big volumes more when we saw in early 2021 this massive run, which is of course natural, but I think what you're seeing from here is not so much many dumps. People are holding and just waiting for the next move to occur. Then hopefully the buying will come back in, but let's wait and see. Let's bring in the MACD now, have a look at that one quickly. As you can see, it looks like the red section has potentially peaked. What we'll be looking for now is that 12-day EMA to start swooping back upwards, crossing above the 26-day EMA as well. And that will be an indicator for us for a reversal. And you can see that from a MACD basis, this has been a very reliable indicator when we are going to reverse in value. Each time this has occurred, it has basically been pretty smack bang on exactly what has happened. So when the MACD, the 12-day, crosses back above the 26-day EMA, expect to see a rise, and quite a sharp one in value when it comes to VeChain. Finally, let's have a look at the RSI just to look at the buying and selling action. As you can see, in fact, most of the action over the past couple of weeks has been selling action, bringing us down from, on the 8th of November, an RSI of 72.61 in the overbought range, all the way now down to 39.64, which is in the lower half of our acceptable area between 30 and 70 points. Now that means we have absolutely plenty of room to make a move in an upwards direction. So hopefully what we see in the near future is a nice little bit of a pump and an increase, and try and break through our key points of 13.5 cents, which is the 50-day moving average, onto 14.5 cents, and I suspect that's where the 20-day moving average will be as well very, very soon. So keep those two targets in mind. They are the price targets for today's video. That wraps up our VeChain analysis today, guys. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Do you think VT is going to be moving upwards or downwards over the next few weeks? Hopefully we see those targets hit and we start moving in an upwards direction. But of course, if you did enjoy today's analysis, make sure you leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. We cover crypto, stocks, investing, and wealth management. But I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.